Hey everybody, it's Marshall Mickey here. This is going to be my Arrow Season 5, Episode 15 review. There is so much going on in this episode, and we have the big Prometheus reveal. So I waited so long to watch this episode, and I didn't get spoiled at all. So I guess the DC TV fans and pretty much everybody out there is just keeping from spoilers, or I'm just good at not seeing spoilers because this reveal was pretty big. I mean, a lot of people saw it coming, but I didn't, and there's actually a logical explanation to that. But we have to get to it. So, yes, Prometheus was revealed in this episode, and I was shocked, kind of. I mean, the possibility of this reveal didn't it crossed my mind. It didn't ever not cross my mind, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But the reason why I thought that it wouldn't happen is because in the comics, Adrian Chase, the DA, who is Prometheus, and we'll talk about it, is a different character. And we'll talk about that too, because there's I guess there's some kind of reason why the writers chose this decision to make this switch, but it was pretty interesting. But let's talk about Adrian first. So yes, Adrian Chase is Prometheus on Arrow. So they revealed it during a battle between Prometheus and Vigilante, and we'll talk about that too, because that was actually a really cool battle. But Adrian was revealed to be this villain this whole time, so he is Claiborne's son, maybe. Just because Adrian was confirmed to be Prometheus does not mean that he is Claiborne's son, but it's most likely that he is Claiborne's son. So, you know, the show will probably dive into that next week or maybe a few weeks in for the rest of the episodes. But yes, Adrian, I don't know how I feel about this reveal. I was pushing for it to be Tommy all the way. I feel like because of Flashpoint, because of this character we've never seen before. I mean, we know that Prometheus is a character from the comics, but because of all this, I thought Tommy would have been the perfect choice to make this villain, because there wouldn't have been any other perfect choice later on in the series. So I think that this probably would have been the best time to bring Tommy back, because I feel like they should have, just because he's a character that people have missed for so long. And I mean, judging on the fact that he lied, Oliver lied to Tommy about all of it, I feel like Tommy dying would give Tommy a grudge once he was revived to become Prometheus. I don't know, I just thought that would be the most logical thing for the writers to do. But anyway, let's talk about why it wasn't totally predictable for me that Adrian was Prometheus. So in the comics, Adrian is actually Vigilante. So the whole time I thought they were trying to make it to where no one could find out who Vigilante was, but they knew the whole time it was Adrian Chase. Adrian is Prometheus. So what they did was they've switched Prometheus and Adrian's backstories. So now Adrian is Prometheus and someone else is Vigilante. But that's crazy because Adrian is Vigilante in the comics. So they're pulling a switcheroo on us. So I'm wondering now that we know Adrian's not Vigilante, because I thought he would be, who is? So we'll talk about that maybe in a bonus video. I don't know for sure what we'll do. But another comic book Easter egg before we get to the other stuff. So Mr. Terrific was working on his T-Spheres in this episode. They worked on that in season 3 or 4. I can't remember for sure. I think it was season 3. But yes, the T-Spheres are fully functioning now. They do a whole bunch of other things in the comics, like Mr. Terrific can actually levitate on them, so I don't know how far they'll go with the T-Spheres, but they made the update to his costume. Now they have the T-Spheres, so they're making him more comic book Mr. Terrific, so I like that. But anyway, Thea had an interesting arc this episode, so she was super dark in this episode. She tried to blame Billy, kind of use him as a way out for the whole impeachment thing for the mayor. That was so dark. I was oh wow, Thea, you're gonna use Felicity's dead fiance? I don't know if they were engaged. I think they was just a boyfriend. You're gonna use Felicity's dead boyfriend and a good he's kind of a good guy. He's a cop. He was a good detective. I think he was a detective. So now they're kind of using that for Thea's arc for her to go dark. I also love how she kind of used one of the politicians against, try to use Pandora files against the politician for using his wife's suicide. That was really dark. That was kind of putting the icing on the cake of darkness. Really, Thea? So I like how Thea is gone. They wrote her out because Willa Holland is taking a little bit of absence from the show since she's not going to be in every episode. But speaking of the Pandora files, Felicity joins Helix, so she joins the hacktivist group like full on. So she's in with them, and she's probably going to be getting more files or more resources from them. So she's going to be using Helix stuff a lot for the next couple of episodes, I hope. I really want something bad to happen to Felicity just so she can see how bad that she has been this season. Diggle tried to talk her out of it from this whole speech that was like going from character to character in this episode, and Felicity chose not to listen, which was like, what the heck, Felicity? Like, she's just taking the darkest path this season, and I think that because even though Diggle wasn't in the episode that much, because we saw him like barely in the episode, he was still, you know, that scene was like still really powerful. So great for Dave Ramsey. But anyway, I just think Felicity is doing the wrong choices, and I love that, but I also hate it. I have a love-hate relationship with Felicity's arc this season. I've said in past videos that I want Felicity to go to jail. I still do, but apparently because of Diggle, jail doesn't really take any of the Arrow team members for that long. So I'm wanting something else to happen to her. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe she'll go to like a super maximum prison. Maybe Argus will lock her up. Who knows for sure, but I just think that it's really cool that Felicity might have these dark consequences. But anyway, back to Adrian. So yes, I don't know if they're going to dive into a whole backstory next week, but next week's promo pretty much confirms that Oliver will find out that Adrian's Prometheus, so that's cool. I loved the Prometheus versus Vigilante fight. I thought that was fantastic. Like, that was really fun to watch. Like, two villains that are two of the biggest villains that Oliver's facing right now are fighting each other. That was, like, powerful right there. That was some good stuff, especially because Oliver's kind of dealing with his own thing right now. So I like how they've kind of pit the two villains against each other this episode. I think that fight should go on for as long as possible next time they try to fight with those two characters, because that was like really fun to see them go at it. Also, the limo scene was spectacular. I mean, that limo scene must have cost a lot because it looked stunning. Like, I love the whole scene with Oliver in the limo. Like, that was probably another big highlight from this episode. The flashbacks kind of annoyed me this episode. They weren't bad, but they weren't great either. I liked how they kept the flashbacks in this episode to a minimum. Like, there's no Talia al Ghul, and there's like 3 flashback scenes, or like 2 or 3, so that's fine. But Oliver found some information that helped get some of the Bratva off of Kovar, so now they're kind of going on to Anatoly's side. We'll see how that whole shootout turns out in the next episode. I'm excited to see what they do with that. But Talia's coming to present day, I think, next episode. Vigilante. So, who is Vigilante now? That's the question. So, the way Vigilante works in this episode, a lot of people are now theorizing that there's a woman underneath the mask. Susan Williams would have been my first choice as soon as I heard, like, woman underneath the mask. But she was at the press conference outside with Oliver the whole time that the battle between Vigilante, Wild Dog, Mr. Terrific, and Spartan were going on. So, she can't be Vigilante. So who else could be the character? Tommy? No, I'm just joking. But if Tommy was the Vigilante, I would cry. But I don't think it's Tommy. I don't know who it is, but I'm excited to see what happens. I think I saw an article on Twitter not that long ago that said that they weren't going to reveal who Vigilante was till like the next season. So I don't know if they're going to do that. That's pretty extreme to leave us hanging that long. But I hope that they reveal who Vigilante is by the end of season 5, because that would be pretty cool to find out who it is, because now I'm actually like really dying to know who Vigilante is underneath the mask. So I'm excited to see what happens in the next episode. What do you guys think? Comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts on the episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if not, what was your reasoning? Because I thought it was a pretty solid episode. Other than that, links up there to my other Arrow videos. Links in there to my Twitter, Instagram, vlog channel, and gaming channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.